But on the other hand, we really care about what we're doing and we care about the world and we think that we are doing something interesting. So how do we pick the companies? We're very lucky. The three founders of
The second aspect you mentioned in the discussion was about the finance, and with your venture fund Myelin, you are paying money to smart people to code who are building cool shit in a in a very broad sense, starting from space, energy, biotech, SaaS, food, mobility, and everything. You are a polymath. So, with this fund, how do you choose a startup to invest in?
Yeah, it's first of all, thanks for the introduction. And some of the ways that we describe what we do, which you describe with a big smile, is actually to do that, to accomplish that, no? To present ourselves to the world in a slightly differentiated way. You know, we're a bit more informal, a bit more laid back than others. But on the other hand, we really care about what we're doing and we care about the world, and we think that we are doing something interesting. So how do we pick the companies? We're very lucky. The three founders of Myelin, Matthias Nissenson, one of my partners, a crypto guru and a guy who's been successful and built companies all the way from inception to selling them. Martin Varsavsky, he's like an entrepreneur genius, and he's built like 5 unicorns. And myself also, having built a couple of unicorns and built companies from inception to exit. Because of this, we have developed a good reputation in multiple markets, including the US, which is our main focus. And so we receive inbound projects, which is the first way we connect with founders. We've received in Myelin is, roughly a year and a half old. And in that time, I don't remember the exact number, but it's literally thousands of projects that we have seen, and most of them inbound. We've heard about the coolest things happening in the US, but also in other geographies from people just knocking at our doors. They send us the projects. Once they do that, and maybe 75% or 80% of the projects that we see are, they're organically received inbound by, just founders sending us their teasers, their presentations, etc. So what happens then? We have a team that actually very quickly reads these materials and looks at them through some lenses that include the quality of the founders. We want to find founders who actually, we believe, have a potential to build unicorn companies. We look at the market, the total addressable market of the opportunity. I mean, how big can this become? Is it really something that can change the world? We also like very much disruptive things, technologies that are new in some dimension, Sometimes it's a new application, sometimes it's something new, completely new. We like to push the frontier of what's going on, That's something we like very much as well. And of course, we like teams. We like teams that work well together, that can articulate a vision clearly, and then, of course, companies that have some traction. Even though we don't require the companies to be profitable, but we do require the companies to have, in most cases, some revenue, that they can prove that some customers are already happy to pay for the services or the products that they're being shipped. This is important because we really believe that until that moment, it's very hard to assess whether the company has a future or not, because you don't know yet whether it just is a very good vision, but without any reality in it, or whether actually people and the users are actually starting to voluntarily choose that company. So great founders, ideally repeat founders, but not necessarily. Founders who can scale with the business all the way to becoming a unicorn. Big markets where we believe the size of the market is enormous. Great teams and activity already in terms of at least some revenues are some of the things that we look at.
Watch full podcast on Rocklaz.
Rocklaz Radio.
Rocklaz.
Rocklaz Radio with Tanmay Shah.